What's good? What's good? What's good? It's been a little minute. I thought I'd come through real quick and give y'all an update on me. And what I got going on. So I wanted to take this time and make this video today. I hope my stuff don't fall, man. My son is breaking everything. I want to take this time and make this video about what I got going on, right? So what happened was, March 1st, I had a newborn. So what comes along with the newborn is less time, less sleep. So what happened was, you know what? Let me go a little bit before that. So, 2012, I started getting information. I started receiving this information. I started studying information on, on the powerful benefits of veganism. If you don't know what veganism is, if you've been living under a rock, this is basically eating nothing but fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, nothing that contains anything of an animal. All right. And so I start seeing the benefits of this. I start studying it. And sometime in 2013, I started doing it and living it and practicing it. And by time 2014, I was full-fledged vegan. So basically, I've been vegan since 2014, right? And so I went hardcore vegan for about a good 4 years, right? Probably up until 2018. And then around 2018, I started cheating. I started cheating. Before I went vegan, I always had a small frame. I always weighed about 150, 140, somewhere up in there, coming up high school as a young man. Well, life happened. That's a little bit more I can put in there, but I'm not going to go all the way there, right? But life happened. Woke up one day, I'm 200 pounds. Start seeing this information, start studying it, implemented it, which started in 2013. By 2014, I was full-fledged vegan. Went very strict for about 3 to 4 years. Lost a ton of weight, dropped back down to about 140, 150, somewhere up in there, right? And so after those 3-4 years, what happened was I started cheating. Meaning was every blue moon, I would eat something that I wasn't supposed to. Not meat or nothing like that. But, I would eat some cheese, maybe some pizza. Maybe eat some macaroni and cheese or something like that. I started to cheat. Or I might cheat, eat some chips here and there. Not here and there, but every blue moon. Just because I'm eating so strict in my mind, I'm thinking I can cheat because I'm living so strict. I'm in my mind, I'm telling myself I got the leeway to do it. And so what happened when I did that was I started a bad habit, which I got this vegan lifestyle that I'm upholding, but secretly I'm cheating though. I'm cheating like every now and again. I will eat something that I'm not supposed to eat, right? And it's mainly just cheese or some type of sugary bread or something like that. Or sometimes those sugary breads might have some egg in it, like a donut, or something like that, right? So as time progresses, I might go real strict for a month. Then, I would cheat, then go strict for another month, then I cheat, or go strict for a couple weeks, eat some cheese or something, then go right back on, to the lifestyle or whatever. And then it started to persist, and it started to get really worse. So what ended up happening is, but all around the time that I'm doing this, I'm working out. I'm really hitting the gym, running. So I'm at the same time where I'm not eating fully the way that I'm supposed to. I'm working out though, and I'm working hard, and I'm doing what I need to do as far as exercise. So fast forward now, I have a newborn. My daughter comes. I'm getting less sleep, and I'm working out less. So now I hit 200 pounds. It don't look like it because a lot of it really is probably muscle. A lot of it really is probably muscle. And some of it is fat. I have to be honest about it. Some of it is fat too. So I'm kind of bigger than what I wanted to be. What I want to be. And what I desire to be. I don't desire to be 200 pounds. And so I'm like, you know what? I got to do something about this. So what can I do? So this whole time, that I'm being vegan, I have went on, juice fasts. I've did 30 days or almost 30. I can't remember how many. Heck of a long time just doing juices and smoothies and losing a lot of weight, then gaining it right back right after, because I went back into the lifestyle that I just described. But so now I'm like, you know what, I gotta do something. But what happened with that is I started to crave, before I say that, let me say this. I started to crave, so with this thought of I gotta do something different, I started to crave raw food. I started to just crave like salads. I started to it just was like the thought came in my mind, like, you know what, it's time to go on a raw food diet. And I'm not only thinking that, but I'm actually craving it. And what happened was, the whole time while I was vegan, I remember this feeling I would have where it was days where, because my ritual is, during the day, I'm not really eating nothing heavy. Up into the later years, I started to eat oatmeal in the middle of the day and stuff like that. But most of the time, I might just do a smoothie or I do a juice. You know what I mean? And then for dinner, I have some vegetables. I might have a grain or something like that, right? But I would notice that even when I was so-called not saying, okay, I'm on a raw diet, I noticed that, if I would just have a smoothie or I eat some fruit, and then later that day, if I would just eat a salad, I would really notice the difference. Or if I would just have a salad for lunch, I started to I always had this feeling that I couldn't describe, but it was a really great feeling that I had when I ate that way. It was the best feeling that I ever had after consuming food. I can't describe it, but this is the best feeling that I ever had after consuming food. And so now I said, you know what? I started to crave this raw food diet, and I go on it. So I've been on it 7-8 days now, right? And I say all that to say is that I see how people go on a raw food diet and never look back, because I feel greater than I ever felt before. It's just hard to explain, but it is a wonderful feeling. It is a wonderful feeling. I did shed some weight. I'm able to start back working out a lot more than I was prior. So I'm back working out, I'm running, doing what I need to do. Doing a lot of calisthenics right now because I really like doing calisthenics during the summertime. I got bands and stuff, I got other things I could do if I want to do that. It just depends on what mood I'm in. Right now, I'm just really in the mood for calisthenics. So I'm running, doing calisthenics, feeling really good. But I say all that to say is that I never felt this good, far as just throughout the day. I don't have any cravings. I don't feel hungry. Before I used to have cravings. I used to really crave sweet things. It was really weird, but I used to really crave sweet things, especially at night. I used to crave something sweet really bad every night, and I couldn't shake it. I don't know what it was. And sometimes what I would do is, I might try to eat a date, or I have a banana and some peanut butter or something like that, just to try to, shake that off. But I noticed that since I've been eating fully raw, I haven't had any cravings. And I just ain't been so hungry to the point is where it's like I would eat something that I wouldn't normally not eat because it's just like I'm losing my mind because of the way I feel. So I say it all to say is that my theory behind it is that I believe that I'm getting so much nutrition out of the foods that I'm eating is that my body is just literally just tied over to where, I'm not craving. I'm very satisfied. I created some gut issues for myself from doing some things that I don't care to talk about here because my children be watching my channel, and everything that I did in my past life is not necessarily their business at this point in time. So I don't care to talk about those things. But I created some digestion issues for myself doing some things when I was younger. And I don't have those issues when I'm eating fully raw. I don't have those issues. I don't feel the food just sitting on my stomach. I don't feel fully full. And another thing is too, I also been fighting an eating condition to where I would like to, like if I cook some, let's say I make some type of pasta, some plant-based pasta, you could get chickpea noodles, you can put some vegetables in it, whip up some kind of sauce or whatever. That might taste so good to me that I just don't want to stop eating it. I'm fighting a eating condition. I don't have that problem eating raw. I feel tied over and I'm good. I can make me a nice healthy salad or some type of meal. And I'm good. I don't feel like I want to keep eating. And my energy, I ate dinner last night, right? Made this great salad. It was wonderful. Got the arugula, peppers. I mean, it was just wonderful. And after I ate, I felt so energetic. After I ate that salad. I'm like, man. I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I don't know if I can go back. I don't know if I could go back. And if I do go back, it's going to be modified in a way to where it's not going to be a lot of cooked food in my diet. It's not going to be much. It'll be a few things. But the raw living food is going to have to be here, and it's going to have to stay. I'm not craving any sweets. It's really hard to explain unless this is something that you try for yourself. It's just something that you did, and then you can just kind of like feel the difference inside of yourself, inside of your body. I dropped some pounds already. It's been 7-8 days. with working out, you know, I dropped some pounds. Now, this whole time, you know, I've been in really good health conditions since, you know, I made this switch, you know, back in 2013. But however, I never fully got rid of this stubborn belly fat that I'm carrying around since something I created when I was younger, just being stupid and being dumb. And my thing is, I'm done with that. It's time to heal that. You know, it might be some visceral fat in there. It could be some damage that was done. But however, it's time to heal that. And so I'm ready to fully just do what I need to do. And I'm in a good headspace. And, you know, I'm really ready to, you know, I'm really fully ready to make that happen for myself. So I just really wanted to share this with the world. I wanted to share this to whoever may still be coming in and checking on my channel, man. And I feel really good. I probably will start back posting again. I probably will be back. I do got a lot of things that I want to say. I do have a lot of things I want to talk about, and I still do have a lot of information that I can share. But however, I don't want to post it for no reason. I haven't had a lot of traffic. I get a lot more traffic on TikTok. TikTok is more open. Facebook has, not Facebook. YouTube has kind of became more closed off. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't want to jump the gun on the reasons for that, but I have had a lot more success on TikTok. You know, I can reach, you know, a few thousand people a lot more easier. But I love YouTube. You know, YouTube is close to my heart because this is where it all started. You know, it all started on YouTube. It all started, you know, watching them videos by the Moors, you know, seeing Sabir Bey in my early journey, seeing 13 Signs Astrology, who really woke me up, you know, seeing Shaka Almo, seeing Brother Polite, watching all the debates, the old school debates of the giants on Sonnetter TV, and, you know, all of that, you know. So YouTube is where my heart is at. But, you know, I just can't come on here and just do it for no reason, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to give an update on me, talk about the powerful experience that I'm experiencing with the raw foods right now. I'm looking at this video right now, and I feel like I look a lot more bulkier than I'm used to looking for myself. So we'll see where it goes, but I know, you know, working out, you could put on a lot of muscle, and getting older, your body changes. So we'll see where it goes. You know, I'm focused on health. I'm focused on spirituality. I'm focused on staying positive. I want to surround myself with positive people. You know, I'm ready to bring positive people in my life. I've been a hermit, you know, for the past 10 years, just really kind of like being stuck in a certain mode, and it's time to get out of that. So I'll be back, talk about a few more things, but that's what's up with me, man. Y'all be easy till I see y'all again.